Hey there, everybody. It's Steve. It is Monday, April 17th, and the show's a little bit different tonight because this is actually recorded. I screwed up the first 4 minutes of the live show and basically had a silent mic the entire time. So I'm going to re record the beginning of it so that you guys don't have to sit through 4 minutes of silence, but just wanted you to understand what was going on. So let's get it started. Okay, sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just let you guys know. We're going to start the show off like we always do with what sold last week and what new things I've picked up this week. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start the show when I actually realized that the microphone was off and the microphone turned back on. So I'm going to cut away from me right now and go back to the show that was live, that is not live. Anyway, you get it. So here's the show. Okay, we're going to do this whole thing over again much faster because I had my mic muted. Let's start over again. WCW NWO, that one canceled. So we lost that one, can't sell it. So I apologize for that technical glitch. We have the Super Mario Odyssey Goomba PVC action figure. This was $8.99 plus they paid shipping. $15.22 on that one. Got to remember next time, don't mute the mic. I was wondering, I was getting ready to cough, and I was going to hit the cough button, and I saw the mic was muted, and I looked over on my machine and saw I wasn't outputting any audio. So I apologize for the approximate 4 minutes of silence you had to endure looking at my face with no sound. A Kirby Amiibo, brand new in box, sitting on the star. This was part of my Nintendo lot I bought back in September, $11.25, plus they paid shipping. $16.92 on that one. Deception 4 Blood Ties for the PlayStation Vita, $57.41 on that one, free shipping. I did free shipping on the Vita game because Vita games are really light, so it didn't cost me a lot, and anytime you can do free shipping, you're always going to have a better sale rate, so you always want to do free shipping when you can, obviously. Next up, we have one of those calculators. You saw it, I got it from Goodwill probably about 2 weeks ago. Sold this one for $13.99. I think I paid $1.50 for it. They did not pay shipping. This was free shipping, so it was probably about $4. So you're looking at probably $9. So you're looking $7, $8 profit on that. Soul Calibur for the PSP. This is the Broken Destiny Black Label Edition, brand new, still sealed. This one is also canceled because this one, I don't know what happened to this one. We cannot find this one. And when we bought that large lot, we put everything in a specific place. So there's really no reason we can't find this, but whatever reason, we can't find it. So that was a cancel. Okay, next up we have Danmaku Unlimited 3. It's a Nintendo Switch limited run game. $97.02 and did not charge shipping. It was free shipping on this one. Again, Switch games are very light. But if you remember my fiasco from Switch games, limited run Switch games a few weeks ago, I talked to the customer on this one. I said, listen, you need to make sure I want you to confirm with me that you understand there is no trading card with this. It's just the game. A few weeks ago, I had someone who said, it doesn't include the trading card. I said, it never said it was going to include the trading card. And then he filed a complaint saying that I misrepresented it, and I really didn't. But it was a long, drawn-out battle, so I'm just trying to avoid it for the future. Anyway, $97.02 on that one. Ninja Saviors Return of the Warriors. This is a Nintendo Switch limited edition game. Sold this one for $150 plus free shipping. Just because sometimes I like to test the waters with games over $100. See if free shipping makes a difference, or if it does or doesn't. It doesn't seem to make a difference. So I'm into this one probably about $20, so $150 is still a significant profit. Light Tackle Kayak Jigging the Chesapeake Bay. This was a book I picked up at a thrift store probably about a month ago. Paid, I think this was the one. It was either 99 cents or $1.50. I can't remember. It depends on which store I got it from. So let's say $1.50. Had it listed for $18, settled on $16. and they paid shipping, $20.61. So regardless, it's still at least a $10 profit. Next up, we have the Game Boy Advance SP carry case backpack. I've had this for ever. I am glad to see this one go. I don't know why it didn't sell, but it just took forever, and it's finally sold now. Sold for $19.99, free shipping, $21.79 on that one. Roastmaster Reserve Organic Coffee. This is coffee. If you remember my story, I told you I was cleaning out my mom's house, and the lady that she lives with, or lived with at the time, just kept getting this coffee mail order. So rather than throw it out, I went through and found the ones that had not expired and were not going to expire for a while. Put them up on eBay, see what happened, and they sold. $29.99 for this one, and they paid shipping $46.63 for 50 little K-cups of this coffee. And here's the Holy Grail, folks. This was the one, the fun story behind this one. Hopefully my son's not listening, but my son and I go yard sailing. Last year we went yard sailing, and one of the yard sales we went to, they had this guitar. And the lady wanted $1 for it. And my son said, I don't want to have to deal with that. I'm like, you're kidding, right? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, I'll buy it for $1. So I paid $1 for this, sold it for $175. The Rock Band Fender Stratocaster Xbox One guitars are worth bank. So if you find them in the wild and you can get them for a really good price, they sell really well, and they paid shipping on this one, $229.51. Now, the problem with this one is that it is a pain to, yeah, exactly. Thanks. I see the oh, I can put a comment up. Hang on, I'm so excited. I don't know how to do it. Desktop. Lower third comment. There we go. Oh, that's not the right one. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Anyway, yeah, I got a comment. That Rock Band guitar did good. Yes, it did. They always do good. The Xbox One ones, now the PS4 ones, the Xbox 360s, they don't seem to do as well. But the Stratocasters for the Xbox One, they do well. The problem is they're a pain to ship. So what I have to do is, and I think I have a video on my channel about this. If not, I can put one up. But there's 2 USPS boxes that you can put together and make a very long box and ship it that way. The problem is with this particular guitar, it's extremely long. So there's only like that much space of overlap between the boxes. So what I had to wind up doing was I had to put the boxes together and then put a layer of cardboard around the middle to give it some strength and stability to hold it together. And then after all was said and done, turns out if I had shipped it priority mail, it would have cost me $60 to ship because of the length of the box. So that priority mailbox got wrapped in some packing paper, brown wrapping paper, and became a UPS box just by wrapping it in paper. So it was not fun to ship. It was not fun to pack, but it was fun to get the $175. Next up, we've got the Build-A-Bear Purple Tutu Pants and Purple Glitter Kitty Top. I told you guys before, if you find Build-A-Bears in a thrift store, they sell really well, and especially most of the time they will come with clothes on them, and you can sell the clothes separately from the bear. I've got an offer outstanding on the bear that came with this for it's probably going to go for about $15. You'll see that next week. They haven't accepted the offer yet, but it'll probably be around $15 for the bear, and then the outfit sold for $9.99, free shipping. So all in on a 99-cent stuffed animal, I'm going to probably make about $15 to $16, which, you know, nothing to sneeze at. So that is a recap of what sold last week. Now let's talk about this week. This week is going to be interesting because yard sale season has started, and I did very well this weekend at a yard sale. Now, I didn't know I was going to do well. I hadn't all planned out. What I planned on doing was putting together an Amazon shipment with a bunch of games that that are in my collection that I don't want anymore. So I had a big giant pile of stuff ready to go off to Amazon. And then when I got lucky at the yard sale, I added to the Amazon shipment. So a lot of the stuff that I got this weekend is already on its way to Amazon. And some of it isn't because it's going on eBay. I put together a video that I'm still editing and probably up either this week or next, talking about how I make the decision between what to go to Amazon, what to go to eBay. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to switch over to some pre-recorded footage. I shot video of what I got from the yard sale this week and what I got from my thrift stores this week. So you can at least still see that. With yard sale when I started this show, yard sale season hadn't started. So it was very easy to just go out on Friday and Saturday, go thrifting, because most of the time what you get at a thrift store isn't enough to justify a giant Amazon order. So, but now that yard sale season's kicking in and I'm starting to get more traction and a lot more volume and a lot more inventory, I'm going to have to rework how we do the what's going on. So I'm going to show you a clip. It's about 7 minutes long. And this is what we got this week from the yard sale and from the thrift stores. Let's check it out. Well, now the yard sale season is upon us. I'm going to be listing stuff a lot faster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start showing you things as I get them. This is pre-recorded content. This is not part of the live stream on Monday night, but this is the only way I can think of for right now to be able to show you what I got this week and what I'm going to be selling, because most of it is already either going to be listed or sold or on its way to Amazon. So let's take a real quick look. All right, so what you're looking at here is a collection of 2 different lots that I bought, totaling $42. There's a lot of junk in here, but there's some good stuff. There's a bunch of portals for the Dimensions and Skylanders stuff. Here's some sealed I Spy Universe, I Spy Castles not sealed. There's a Super Mario Brothers Brawl Minecraft. There's just a hodgepodge of stuff here. I'm not going to go through each game individually, but you get the idea. Some books I picked up as well. So that's what I got from yard sales this week. That was 2 different lots. One was a $12 lot. One was a bunch of the Connect and the Skylanders pads. That was a lot that was originally $40. We settled on $30. I just finished shooting a video, which you'll see at some point in the next week or two, that shows my thought process between what's going to Amazon, what's going to eBay, what's going to a donate pile. And I kind of walk through in detail how I do that, the software that I use, the decisions that I make. But all in, what I sending off to Amazon from that lot comes to a little over $200 in profit. And it was a $42 spend. Now that's just Amazon. That's not counting what's going to eBay or what's going into the donate pile. Some things that I don't want to sell on eBay, I don't want to sell on Amazon, because they're just not going to make me enough profit. But if I donate them to charity, I get between $5 to $6 per game is a tax write-off on my business next year. So if I can't make $5 or $6 in profit, then I will take $5 or $6 in tax write-offs instead. So that's how it broke down. And let's go back to the live stream. So I'm adding this on as an addition to what you just saw because I forgot there was other stuff that I picked up. Let's take a real quick look at some of the other stuff I got. Remember, I do my yard sales on Saturday. I do my thrifting on Friday, and the goal was to show you everything on Monday what I picked up. Well, because I had an Amazon order going, a lot of this stuff is already on its way to Amazon. So I want to show you what I got in a little bit different format tonight. In addition to what you saw at the yard sale, I also picked this up. This is apparently Squishmallows are very popular. Picked this one up at Goodwill for 99 cents. I think it sells for about $14, $15. I picked up, and this is already in the package to go to Amazon, so it's going to be hard to see. But this is Spyro Year of the Dragon. You can kind of see it through the package. I picked this one up at a thrift store for $3. This sells for about $20 to $25 on Amazon. So I've already got the sticker on it. It's in the Amazon lot that I'm getting ready to ship out. That's why I'm showing it to you this way. So when I have a large Amazon lot going out, I will be picking more books than I normally do. Normally, I only pick books if they're really, really popular or really, really valuable, so I can sell them on eBay. But if I can make just a few bucks, you have to understand something. When you sell books on Amazon, that's Amazon's bread and butter is books. So I will take a lesser profit if I have a big lot going out. So if I'm sending 3 or 4 books off to Amazon, it may cost me $7 or $8 to ship that to Amazon, which means that I'm not going to make as much money. But if I have a large lot that's going out to Amazon and I'm already going to pay $7 or $8 and adding a few more books into it is only going to cost me a few pennies, then all of a sudden that no profit I was going to make turns into $3 or $4 or $5 profit. So these books are nothing fantastic, but they all generate me about $2 to $3 more in profit for something I'm already doing anyway. So there is Red Sky in Mourning. I'm not going to go through all these titles. Why We Left. Again, what I'll do is I'll go through the thrift store and I'll start scanning books that I've never seen before, or pop culture, or things that interest me. And nonfiction. Let's see, nonfiction is true. Nonfiction books do better than fiction books, but an occasional fiction book will do well. So again, I look for things that I've not seen before. Anything I've seen, John Grisham, any of the big popular, Daniel Steele, any of the big popular authors, they're not going to do anything. Anything that's mass published. So this one is going to be a couple of bucks. All of these are about a couple of bucks. Undistracted Widow. Let's see. Yeah. So this is an example of a religious style book. I can tell by looking at the back. It says Crossway. Crossway books are religious books, and this was a religious gift store, thrift store that I bought it from. Again, health books do really well. Unlocking Lyme. Never seen this before, but if someone suffers from Lyme disease, and I know someone who does, these books can be very valuable. I think that's $4 or $5. This was the biggest one out of all of them. Surviving the Economic Collapse. If you ever see this book gets about $20 to $25 in profit consistently on Amazon. People are always fearful of the coming economic collapse, and this book usually does really well, so I grab it every time I see it. Lost Treasures of American History. Again, it's a nonfiction book, does really well. Picker's Bible. This is another one that, I probably should have kept this one for myself just to read through it. They talk here about, on the back of the book, Picker's Dream Find. Somebody bought a Chinese bowl that was over 1,000 years old at a yard sale for $3, and sold it on Sotheby's for $2.2 million. So everyone dreams of a find like that, and this is just a really cool book. $3 or $4 profit on that one. Finally, another one that's bagged up to go to Amazon. This is General Hospital. People Magazine celebrates 50th anniversary. I put this one in a bag for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's a hardcover. Number two, it protects the dust jacket that's on there, so the dust jacket doesn't get caught or bent or torn or anything like that. So I put a little bit of extra care into something like that. This isn't going to sell fast. It may not sell at all, but it did sell on Amazon. So for 50 cents, I think it cost me, I figured why not. So that's everything that I picked up at the thrift stores. You already seen everything that I have picked up at yard sales. Now we're going back to the actual live stream. Okay, so I hope that was useful. That was about the best way I could find to do it. Now, I'm not going to have an Amazon shipment every week, so that probably won't be something that I'll need to do every time. But what I'll tend to do is when I get things from yard sales, if it's going to make me significantly more money on Amazon, then I will probably just set it aside. And over the course of a few weeks, if I get a big enough lot to go to Amazon, then I can just bag it up and send it off that way. But because I was picking stuff out of my attic, I probably had 50, 60 items that I was already sending off. So it was just a matter of getting it all out there. So that's it for sales from the week, pickups from the week. Normally this is the point where I would wrap the show, but I had an interesting discovery this week that I wanted to share with you guys because a lot of you may not know it, but it has to do with Twitter. So let's switch over to the Tech Talk. So Twitter is one of those things where I want to love it, but I wind up hating it, just because it seems to be where there's a concentration of tons and tons and tons of negativity. And I've had discussions with my son as we go out yard sailing every week and trying to figure out how to solve it. And, he makes a good point. He's like, you spend a lot of time on Twitter commenting on politics and posting negative things. So Twitter's only giving you what it thinks you want. And he had a good point. So what he suggested was, let me flip over to this. So I'm going to pull up my Twitter feed. This is what my Twitter feed looks like. what he had suggested was to go into my Twitter feed and hit the three dots and say not interested, and then scroll down and say not interested. Well, that just takes a lot of time. So I was searching for a better way to do it, and I found something deep buried in Twitter that most people probably don't know exists, but I made a very small change, and it's changed my Twitter feed forever. So let me show you real quick. Over here on the left-hand side now, I'm not sure what the path is on a phone, so I know how this works on a computer. You may find something similar like this on the phone, but if you click on More and go to Settings and Support, and then go to Settings and Privacy, this is going to pull up all of your account settings. Then go into, and this is why I say it's buried, go into Privacy and Safety, go into Content You See, and go into Interests right here. And this is everything that Twitter thinks you're interested in. So you can see I had some controversial things in here. ABC News, Adam Schiff, AOC, Ann Navarro, Andy, I just have a lot of stuff in here, Barack Obama. So what I've done is I've gone through, and I haven't gone through all of it. I think I got about this far. But I would go through and I would find things that did not interest me. Now, here's some more. And I would just uncheck them. Turn off Elon Musk. Turn off Elizabeth Warren. Turn off, let's see, Florida State University, firefighting. I like Florida. George Floyd protest, George Soros, Ghislaine Maxwell. So I was heavy into politics. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to own it. But when I went through and I turned off a lot of these settings, it took a little time. I mean, it wasn't instantaneous. But over the next day, my Twitter feed became a lot cleaner and a lot more tolerable. So if I do 140 tweets, I don't see anything here. Okay, Cloyd Rivers is funny, so I follow him. But, I mean, there's video game stuff. There's Babylon Bee stuff I find funny. I mean, to me, it's for some reason I see a lot of Elon Musk. I think he's kind of put himself out there in front of us. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought it was definitely something I found useful, and I don't know many people who knew it. So I thought I'd share it with you, and maybe you could clean up your Twitter feed if you want to, and actually start using Twitter for something that's enjoyable and not something that's just going to make you angry and frustrated and miserable. So anyway, that's it, guys. That's it for this week's show. It was kind of a short one, but yeah, I think it was still a valuable show. Let me know what you think. As always, check out the YouTube channel for the replays. Check out the Facebook group. All of my social media is at steve-bailey.com, and it's going to be on this outro that I'm playing right now. Have a good night, guys. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to The Steve Bailey Show. Please make sure to check out Steve on all his social media platforms.